Today I'm gonna do a weekly recap of the trades that I made in this first week, starting with trading with CMEG. I'm doing this to basic is for myself, but hopefully it can help others as well. Who's on the smaller, who has a small account and is trying to grow it. Uh, so I'm just gonna go through the trades. I'm going to break down what I've done, the metrics, and areas to possibly improve on. This is what needs to be done in order to be a successful trader. You want to go back and recap and see what you have done well, what you need to improve on, and make the necessary adjustments. Just like in a sport or as an athlete, you just wanna, when you go and you play games, you play, let's just say in football, you play, you're in a, or for basketball rather, you're in the playoffs. You have seven game series, so after the first game, you want to see what you did right and what you did wrong, and then work on that, and then that way you can move forward. Now, guess what usually happens in basketball anyway? Teams lose in their playoff games. They don't go undefeated. They may lose two, but ultimately they win four, which will give them the win and move them on to the next thing. So what I'm saying is, you're gonna have losses, but the key is having, your win rate way better than your losing rate. I mean, you will ultimately be profitable. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. Again, guys, this is actually for my notes, so I can look back on this later as well. And to actually, if you guys are tuning in, it can help all of us. It can help you as well. So anyway, and as stated in my last video, I did not trade Friday. I did not trade Friday the 24th. That was yesterday. I have no trade for yesterday, so I have a total of 4 trading days in the books as of the end of this week. I started last Friday, the 16th. I'm sorry, the 17th, I think it was. And then I traded Tuesday, as Monday was a holiday. I traded Wednesday and Thursday. So 4 days in the books. So making a gross, as you can see here, first, let me start here. As you can see the curve. I mean, it looks like this, but you have to, I take it for what it is at face value. But you have to see it over a period of time. So yeah, it looks pretty now. It's very pretty, but you wanna get a good amount of sample size. 20 trades or 10 days or better. To really get a true gauge. But this is where I am now. The volume traded on the first 2 days is fairly low. Then I really ramped it up these last 2 days that I was trading. The win percentage, obviously, those 2 days, the first 2 days was 100% because I only took one trade each day. But then, I started taking multiple trades, 66%, then 50%. So that's that. You can see on the calendar, all days were gross profit days, all are green. It'll be red if it was a red day. So that's that. So let's dive into it. So in a total of 4 trading days, I made a gross profit of $226.50, as you can see here. $226.50. Now this is on a $500 account, so that's nearly a 50% account growth. Nearly 50% account growth in 4 days on $500. If it was $250, obviously um, that'll make it exactly 50%, but it's nearly 50% in 4 days. So I definitely will take that. But after commission, this is gross. But after commissions, I'm up $91. So I'm net $91 on the account. The account started actually at $502, which you can see from the first video. But now, as of today, it's at $593, which you guys can't see that from here, but you'll see it when I open up Monday. It's at $593. Uh, so that put me up $91 total in 4 days. 91 real dollars. You know what I mean? Net profit, net P&L. On so that basically means the commissions accounted for $135 of that. The commissions definitely played a part in the success and the profits, but that's a part of doing business, guys. You have to look at it like a business. You know, you're gonna have expenses, and that is one of the expenses. But you have the opportunity to make a lot of money. You know, just sitting at your computer or wherever you are, laptop, wherever you are, and just click, or even on your phone, and just clicking buttons. So that's the premium. So I don't mind that. I don't mind, but it's just something to be aware of. That that'll should help you not want to overtrade when you see how much commissions can add up and how quickly. So that should actually be a something to help push you, or something to help signal in your mind like, hey, maybe I should not overtrade today. Maybe I should only take 2 or 3 trades, because if I take way more than that, those commissions can easily add up to $300-400. So, but that's that. So again, like I said, the account is currently at 593, but gross profit was 226 in 4 days, nearly 50% account growth. I'm happy about that. Now let's move on to the next metric. So on TraderView, um, it looks like TraderView seems to combine trades that are correlated to the stock symbol. So like if I took five separate trades on, let's say, TWMC that broke out the other day. If I took 5 trades, it would only count it as one, because it's gonna just see the symbol TWMC, and how many. It's just gonna see that I traded that day. So it shows here I have 7 total trades, but I actually have 12 total trades for the week, and I can show you that. I mean, or you can even go back through the videos, and you can keep up with it. You'll know based on the executions on here. So if it's just 2 executions, that means it was a round trip. One execution in, one execution out. So I took one trade last Thursday, the 16th. I didn't trade that Friday either, the 17th. I had to take care of something. So both 2 Fridays in a row I haven't been able to trade. So I took one. Then you see 2 executions here. Now you're gonna see what this does here. See how it says total trades, 3 trades. I had 3 executions, but that's one trade because I did an ad. That's one trade. Now this is way more than just one trade. 12 executions I had on TRIL. I think I took 4 trade. No, I took 6. Hold on, I'm sorry. One, two. I took 4 trades. Sorry, on TRIL. 4 trades, but however, this is just saying 3 total trades for Wednesday. So just wanted to show you that real quickly, that when you look at the reports view here, when you look at the reports, it's going to say 7 trades, but actually I took a total of 12. Okay. So out of those 12, I was 7 of 12. I had 7 winners and 4 losers. I'm sorry, 7 winners and 5 losers total. Okay, so that is a 58% accuracy level. I had 58% accuracy. Don't mind this, because I just, as I just showed you, that's not the exact number of trades, so it's going to give you these numbers based on that number. But I had 12 trades. I'm going to tell you what it is without this, showing you this. I had 12 total trades, 7 winners, 58% accuracy. I want to clean that up moving forward. The APT trade, the multiple entry trade that I took, I think it was Thursday, that skewed my accuracy, but I will improve upon it moving forward. Yeah, as you can, if you go back and look at the recap, you'll see where the errors happened and what I want to do to correct that moving forward. Okay, the most consecutive wins so far is 3. Most consecutive losses is only 1. Largest gain, obviously that was the TWMC, 241.50. Largest loss was on APT for 130. Okay. Now, the profit factor is 2.43, just over 2 to 1 profit risk reward ratio. That basically means for every $1 of risk, you'll make $2.43. Well, I'll just round it to $2. So every $1 that you risk, you'll make $2. Or every $1,000 you risk, you'll make $2,000 in profit. Or every $25,000 you risk, you make $50,000, and so on and so forth. You get the idea with that. Now, this metric to me is one of the most important of them all in having a successful trading career. Now, because the reason I say that, you can have a 50% win rate. That means you only win half of the time. That means if you trade 100 times, you lose 50 times. You know what I mean? So yeah, I want to focus on the losing side so you guys it'll drill a point home. You'll lose 50% of the time, but yet you can still be profitable. And you'll win the other 50%. If you want me to add that into it, I'll add that into it. But even with the 50% win rate, so I want you guys to really understand that is that you don't have to win every single trade. You don't have to win every trade. I know any time that we have a loss, it does something to us mentally. Nobody likes to lose. But you have to zoom out, just like you'll do a chart. You have to zoom out and look at the grand scheme of things. So don't get too caught up in the one single trade or one single loss. Zoom out and look at the big picture. Look at the big picture and say, okay, this is one loss out of 10 trades that I took. So I'm like 90% accurate. You know what I mean? So you won't focus so much on that one loss. But yeah, with a 2 to 1 profit loss, 2 to 1 or better profit loss ratio, you can actually stand to go down to like 40%. I had the exact numbers, but I think you can go all the way down to like 30% win rate if you have like a 5 to 1, 6 to 1 profit factor. So yes, this to me, guys. Also, shout out to TraderView, guys. You can actually sign up with them for free. I'm not being endorsed by them or anything, but I do use them and I can vouch for them. You can sign up for free and then you enter your trades here. You'll go over to import trades and it'll walk you through, depending on your broker, how you can import those trades. Because, guys, you need to know your metrics. I mean, you can actually know them by eyeing it. You know what I mean? If you know that you normally make $2 and you only lose $1 on a trade or whatever, then you're 2 to 1. But if you have a whole lot of trades and a whole lot of different profits and loss amounts, you want to go ahead and input your information and know where this is. Because the reason I'm talking about this is because this is the most important to me. In my opinion, you need at least a 2 to 1 profit. Yeah, you can have anything over, put it like anything over one, you are actually in the profit. Like 1.1, 1.5, 1.7, you actually are profiting, but not enough because you're gonna have some drawdown days, and that'll take that all the way down to then you'll be 0 point something. So you want 2 to 1 or higher. Okay, so I'm not going to focus too much on that for too much longer, but I just want you guys to know, out of all of these stats and all of this stuff going on here, this is the only thing that really matters and what will keep you sustained in the long run. All right, so my average hold times for the winners was 29 minutes. Average hold time for the losers 16 minutes. So to me, that's telling me that um, it's telling me that you're letting the winners work. Let the winners work. Be patient. If you're gonna hold the losers and wait for your stock to always get to your stop loss, however long that may take, you're willing to wait for that. Then you need to be willing to wait to make some profit. Don't just take money as soon as you make 5 cents or $20 or if you got a higher account, if you just, as soon as you make $100 or $300. No, hold it and let it work. The same way you'll let it work going to the downside, let your trade work on the other side. And I've been a big proponent of that. I actually made a recap video a long time ago, well, not a long time ago, but sometime last year with my last challenge, and I think the numbers were way different. I think the whole time for the losers was way higher than the whole time for the winners. So I'm just proud to have flipped this around. So that's pretty much that. I'll just go through each little page here because I want to. This is for my notations as well. So okay, journal view. Let's see reports. Okay, here we are. So the days and the times of the week that was the best. Thursdays were the best. Average gain of $45 a trade. Like I said, it's not really enough sample size to give a full, analysis, a real true analysis, but something to start with here. Average performance by price. So basically, I made the most on stocks between $2 and $5. Uh, so that's if you want to really drill things down and kind of know where you really what your niche is, then these type of metrics will let you know. Like, okay, maybe I need to just focus on stocks between $2 and $5 if to make the most profit. I'm not good with stocks as of right now under $2, and so on and so forth. You get the idea. So these are the stocks traded within the last week: APT, GNPX, TUP, NVAX, NTRP, TRIL, and TWMC. As you can see, the most profit came on TWMC, and moderate profits going up, and a big loss on APT. That's the one that the 130. All right. So I can go through each and every one of those metrics, but I'm just gonna scroll for the sake of coming back and looking at this video. Okay. So, okay, guys, that's pretty much that. These were all the trades and executions of all of the stocks, the duration of the trades and all that good stuff. Here we are, 226, 7 trade. Well, it says 7, but it's more than 7. All right, so looking back on the week and seeing where I need to improve. Okay, so although my accuracy is nearly 60%, I need to make more profit per trade on average. All right, so that to me means I need to get closer to 3 to 1 or higher risk to reward. The reason that I say that is because this gives a big cushion to be able to absorb small drawdowns from time to time. Like how I had with APT. That was a pretty good drawdown, 130. So I need to be making, you know, $50, $100 per trade on average. So that way, when days like this happen or times like this, it wasn't a full day because I actually on this same day I lost 130. I actually the day closed up like 60 some dollars. But anyway, if I have an average of $50, $100 per trade at least, at the very least, I cannot take $30. I really don't want to take. I mean, profit is profit, but I'm not trying to really focus on just taking $20 profits in the future, $20 and $30 profits in the future, because I need to be able to be ready and have enough cushion in the account to deal with days like this or trades like this. So I am very aware that that trade could have took all of my profits away, but thanks to me sticking to my strategy and then TWMC giving us the opportunity to make huge profits, actually 69 cents in 10 seconds, just over 10 seconds. 69 cents of movement is what I captured. So basically, I made 200 something dollars, 200 almost $50 in 10 seconds. Thanks to that is what really helped my total gain and loss column here. But in the future, I need to make at least $50. I'm gonna say my minimum uh, profit I'm trying to make per trade is $50. So that means I have to be more selective and only pick stocks that has the potential to give me that. You never know what a stock's gonna do. You never know what the market's gonna do. If we knew that, we all would be millionaires, billionaires. But the ones that gives you the higher chance of that happening. If I get into a stock, or you get into a stock that has a 300 million share float, you know what I mean. That on average, if you look at the daily average range of the stock, it only moves 10% out of the day. You probably are not gonna make $50 on that on 200 shares. You know what I mean? You get where I'm coming from. So, and that's another thing too. Is what I wanted to mention is that's that which I'm not blaming it because it's up to me to pick the right stocks. But definitely, it's a limitation when you can only take 200 shares on a stock. You know what I mean? As opposed to 1,000 shares, because the margin of most of the stocks that I traded, the margin was at 2 to 1. I noticed because those were highly volatile stocks, and I noticed with CMEG, with the highly volatile one, they will give you margin. That is the difference between them and what SureTrader used to do. But it will be 2 to 1. It won't be 4 to 1. It will be 2 to 1. But now with SureTrader, they wouldn't give you margin at all. Like when TWMC was popping up, or TRIL, they take margin away altogether, and you just would be using your $500. Which if it's a $5 stock, you only can get 100 shares. You get what I'm saying? But they do give you 2 to 1. But for my sake, if I know I can only take 2 or 300 shares, I need to be getting at least 20 cent, a stock that has a potential of 20 cent or higher. Because with 300 shares, 20 cent, that's $60. I need at least that. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. That wraps up the weekly recap, guys. I'm gonna try to do this frequently, possibly every week if I'm able to trade throughout the whole week. Next week I will be able to trade Monday. I have a couple days that I have some things to do, but I may can squeeze in some trades, so I may can get a most of next weekend. But that's it for today. If I could leave you guys with anything, again, guys, like the video, um, subscribe. That just will show me that I'm not doing this in vain. This particular video was more so for me, but I just hope it helped everybody in the process, because it just lets you know that you can be profitable. This is money out of the market here. This is Nobody just walks up and gives you that. This is money out of the market, and that's with just $500, guys. You don't have to always have 25,000 guys or gals. You don't always have to have that to make money. So just go ahead and hit the like, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment if you have any questions or just want to add some input here. I will be happy to see it and discuss it with you guys. And again, if I could leave you with anything, guys, guys and gals, is review your trades. That's where the gems are. I tell you honestly, I know a lot of people, or a lot of traders who that's the part that they don't want to do or don't do. You know what I mean? That's the boring part of the job. It's just like trading is like when if you're at, I know I keep going to being an athlete as an analogy, but I kind of like those two comparisons. Trading is like that with that. Like, okay, all the players want to play on game day. That. So in our case, that's all of us want to trade when it's time to trade during trading hours. But how many of us want to put in that behind the scenes work? That's what's going to separate you from the pack. So this is that behind the scenes work here. Doing your recaps of every trade, seeing where you went wrong or what you could have done better, breaking down the numbers, seeing the profit factor of them, seeing how long you're holding your trades, winners and losers, and so on and so forth, guys. That's what's going to make you a better trader in the end. That's all I have for you now for today. Have a good day, guys.